you've searched cordless yard tools recently, you've probably run into a wall of near identical products, same claims, same stock photos, different logos slapped on top. So instead of another generic list, we're doing a full breakdown of just two, the Wood Ranger Weed and Lawn Trimmer and the Wood Ranger Power Shears. Not a hype reel, just what's actually in the box, how they're built, what they're good at, and where they fall short. If you've been putting off buying one of these because you can't tell which claims are real, this should clear it up. Quick context before we get into the products themselves. Cordless battery-powered yard tools have gotten a lot better in the last few years. Lithium batteries got cheaper, motors got more efficient, and the result is tools that used to only make sense as gas-powered are now genuinely usable cordless, for small and medium jobs specifically. That's the important qualifier. Cordless is not a straight upgrade over gas or corded electric, it's a trade. You give up some raw power and runtime, and in exchange you get something lighter, quieter, and ready to grab without dealing with cords, mixed fuel, or a pull start. Whether that trade is worth it depends entirely on what you're using it for, which is exactly why we're going tool by tool instead of just saying by this. Starting with the Weed and Lawn Trimmer. In the box, the trimmer head assembly, a telescoping shaft that splits into two sections, two guide wheels for edging loam, a mounting handle, and a rechargeable battery pack. Everything ships broken down, so you're doing assembly out of the box, not just charging it and going. If you want something completely ready in 60 seconds, that's worth knowing up front. The assembly itself is toolless, which matters more than it sounds. The handle clips directly onto the shaft and locks into position. The two guide wheels snap onto the base of the head for when you switch into edging mode. The battery slides into the housing and locks in with an audible click, so you get physical confirmation it's seated properly instead of guessing. Wood Ranger's own material says most people go from box to first use in under 10 minutes without needing a screwdriver or wrench, and looking at how the parts are designed to snap together, that timeline tracks. On the cutting side, the head takes two different blade types. There's a plastic string-style blade for light grass and everyday lawn edges, and a metal blade for tougher weeds, thicker growth, and overgrown patches of plastic blade would just bounce off of. You can rotate the head between a straight trimming position and an angled edging position, and the two guide wheels ride along the ground to keep your line straight next to walkways, driveways, and flower beds instead of drifting. The shaft telescopes to adjust for your height, so you're not hunching over the whole time you're using it. Here's the honest fit assessment. This is built for small to medium yards, quarter acre and under is the sweet spot. If you've got a large property with a lot of dense overgrowth, a battery trimmer in this class is going to run out of charge before you're done, and you'll be better served by something gas-powered or a higher capacity battery system. But if your yard work is mostly edging along the walkway, cleaning up a fence line, or knocking down patches the mower can't reach, this covers that job without you needing to store a gas can in the garage. Here's what the tool actually looks like doing its job: trimming grass edges along paved surfaces, cutting back overgrowth along the guardrail with the metal blade, and working through thicker growth where a string blade alone wouldn't cut it. No gas smell, no extension cord to drag around the yard, no pull starting a small engine 5 times before it catches. Priced around $99 at the time of this video, it's sitting in the same range as most cordless trimmers in this class. If you're comparing it to a $25 corded trimmer, sure, this costs more. But you're also not tethered to an outlet, which for most yards is the entire point of going cordless in the first place. So, bottom line on the trimmer. If you've got a small to medium yard and you're tired of pulling out a gas trimmer for 10 minutes of edging, this solves that specific problem well. It is not a replacement for serious brush clearing equipment on a large property, and it was never trying to be. Link to check current pricing and availability is in the description. Now let's talk about the second tool, which is built for a completely different job. The Wood Ranger Power Shears. Where the trimmer handles grass and weeds, this one is built for pruning, branches, deadheading spent flowers, and general shrub maintenance, basically anything you'd normally reach for a pair of hand pruners for. It's a 24-volt cordless design built for one-handed operation. Instead of manually squeezing a spring-loaded handle over and over, the blade That distinction actually matters if you're doing more than a few minutes of pruning at a time. Manual pruners are exactly what leaves your hand and forearm cramped after extended use. There's also a physical safety lock on the trigger, so the blade doesn't fire accidentally while it's in a bag, a holster, or just sitting on a table. In terms of what it can and can't handle, this is built for garden and shrub scale cutting, branches in the smaller diameter range that hand pruners would normally handle, not larger tree limbs. If you're picturing taking down a thick branch, that is a job for loppers or a saw, not this. Where it's built to compete is against your existing hand pruners. On that comparison, the value proposition is clear: same job, less hand fatigue. Priced around $49, it's positioned closer to premium hand pruners than to a full cordless power tool, which makes sense given the job it's actually replacing. If pruning has ever left your hand cramped after 20 minutes of deadheading or trimming shrubs, this is the category of tool built to fix exactly that problem. It's not a gimmick tool, it's doing a specific, narrow job, just doing it with a motor instead of your grip strength. Link for this one is in the description too. So if you're trying to decide between the two, or whether you need both, they don't actually overlap. The trimmer handles grass, weeds, and edging. The shears handle pruning and shrub work. If your yard work involves both, there's a real case for having both tools rather than picking one. If you only ever deal with one of those jobs, just get the one that matches it. That's the full breakdown on both. No fake urgency, no, only 3 left in stock, just what they do and who they're actually built for. If you want more of these before you buy breakdowns, subscribe, we're doing one of these every week. See you in the next one.